Now listen to me. I'll shoot. Drop your weapon.
Get Zuku Satellite Today full kit at Kenya shillings 2,000.
Enyorere Zuku Satellite rero. Eyubwate sigineta bwate scratch. Gura decoder amone dish asachi shilingi chiri wibere chimi kenda na mirongo kenda na kenda chuka. Usena buku gura decoder yuka asachi shilingi edwe yemu chimi kenda na mirongo kenda na kenda. Wigo nabo okwego kene package yabusa umutenyo yomo. Yani free premium package. Asamange nabo kutalira eduka ya sungusia electronics sinsamo cha kibirigo kuse Mark Obare Skymax Supermarket imeyumuchulia Nyamira. Wigo nabo kutalira Geosol imeya Masimba Plaza na Wigo Aleno eyuirangi na daraja imeyumuchuo Songo. Asamange ake simigwetera search number 0205200025 gose 0703010000. Zuku, life got better.
Getembe Television ekeonga kiamamogusi.
Mwancho murigereria Getembe TV mbuya mona soko beka chinga kichia gugusangana intwe asentunde iga EGEIKARO kia Getembe litukirigaria Jumapili litukoria kianda so mutenyego kabere mako iga 2024 tosange na kurigeria ari aenekiwe eikiga na boigo tunyarko bato kumanya na kwa semia ari akagire kwanekiwa sama tukale bosio buna butamba iga studio hinche Clinton ONDIGI togochigo sangari tukoria rero neresa miyenda na boigo Isaac Onchagwa tugo sabu kwa keto gandete kumuganya Erika Buganya ariko bakago sangana intwe kurigeria ayega onsi tiga ndaire bageriga ndabari baga abageni bana se studio barago soberia. It's been a week na ande tutararo na se omurubiro iga onyariko bagoko baigwa riogi abegandake kumanya makeigo kurwa se barekera turigetiwe chiko kwandra egati yechinkwana rituko ria rero turigeria sabari mweshimwa Raila Odinga iyo mwede nkorengina tigaretange ne ikie ya moiga final touches se chikure echo chikagera kwene kiwa chitariki 15 na 15 nemo ensemeria Addis Ababa Ethiopia na boigo turigererie siasa chense ya Kenya soko ngusano kogenda tekwane kiwa se ebunge enene kubwatikane kambere kanene kuraria abo mubuazi myonga na bukorengana neri chiko bobwente kura ensemeria ya barabangira boigo tochase orongoro gusi turigererie siasa chigendrete ande monase iganga y'abantu bangere gwesokia kurwa sorongoriga kumwakire ko kumushima Fred Matiang'i nabigasa matkabanga gantoro chabange na boroba gwesoke na koko boko mushimiwa Emeritus David Kenani Maraga tunyarko batogo sanga sabariga yo mugusi asobore boge siasa ngakire tochake na esam na buko mukwani mugusi omumanye makego tutaraso asenkwana ito
tiga sogeria bagusi bonse asabare asamwa beta bonse baturigere kurwa sense ya Kenya kurwa gusi na Nairobi na kuru every town in this country na indeni maitenga abantu ngo turigere kubare kuruchinse modia cha diaspora so mbakwani sana mbari gani asege karasiri tukuriya rero egere tumanya mange nchenkuru kwa sambi yenda usa 001
much sam
omwancho murigereria jasamarita nkoro kwa Isaac Onchagwa nanje noyomo wabamenyi be county to engancho ya Kisii ande as a siasa na rigetie kero kibo senator 2017 na ende nonda sesegi ya siasa tore ama sokura na kobe kumugusibiya as a county yetu ya Kisii.
Thank you so much. Wana abuna baba gani bano mwancho muri to makire register naya soko to bwateria Facebook Getembe FM, YouTube Getembe TV, namba yetu simu 0726447367 sanga 920. Kato cha kari morioka ase ogokomanya mwancho muri garia mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ase esabari yaye yokorigia ubunyakiro bwa African Union Commission team director na se studio ya kabere kabaga gotobeka robot room mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ase aorogetie ogosemeria kwa na goteba se amarigana ria enekiwe na boigo obokonyo buri anyorre kuru ase serikali ya Kenya aso gwikirania sabariga yoko baburi baribechinse ekirongo rwa Afrika kumwakira chikura ase amatukangata nabere gare bosio nare no kugena bana nachikonyora obobuyobo tigaturategera chinkwana chiaya tokwera na igaiga ase studio bagani bana bankonye gotomanya ayegonsi ase sabariga yaya.
Vile unavyojua sisi tumetembea bara hii Afrika yote, tumekutana na viongozi, tumeongea na wao, tumewaambia sera zetu na yale ambayo sisi tunatarajia kufanyia kwa bara hii yetu ya Afrika, Africa for Africa. Na hiyo ndio mimi ninasema, ndio sera yangu, na mimi nitarajia nitaweza kuchaguliwa. Nikichaguliwa, ninawaambia kwamba nitafanya vile ninavyotaka na vile ninavyoweza, nikiungana pamoja na viongozi wengine katika bara hii kuania hali ya maisha ya watu wetu.
Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga gagwo orokirie ogosemeria kwaye tiga tuchake naye Mheshimiwa Isaac. Mheshimiwa Raila orokirie nga asaikiriboniga it's a sure bet asenge njotare sana na wewe onire manifesto yaye na no kwegena nga chikure chigaso motinyoiga na chikonyora obubwi andake no convinced nga exhaustly mo una kwandrega
neke buna sense ya Kenya litangani kegima ntugatu kwege no korena somoske Raila Amolo Odinga mono buno murai oyo bwata marora manene asense yeito ya Kenya na mende ya kabere Raila no murai bwensengima tari Afrika oka no murai obeire oko rigereria ebinte binge monase kisiasa asense ngima ebe ne chinse chiri chesko chia banta barabu ne chinse chiri cha Afrika na bwa teskenene nicha soko tebanga nga ki abere no bumaene nga ekeroge keiga ngo keirare Raila oyore bakwa merani nere tari omuntu ro mugusu nere nabwate abanta abange bali magega yaye nabwate chinse chiabo chiabene mono chinse chiria chigo sasima litukoria ijuma nchire magega yaye chinyinge chio chinde karo kende tari nge chitwangete lakini go chikobwatia kolengana na barabo buna ukwegena kwabo no montobo lakini ninde no kwegena konene nga omuskiraira kolengana buna babaire bagotara na korigia oko bwatesiwa asi chinse chiri abwate agatwere chinse ange komina kianda lakini goikera bona igatwatebe unga chinse chikire goitani 25 as Africa bego chiko mubwatisia naende potambe buna togoteba ekurero nekura lakini buna kurwa se turaiga nkumoganderitore amaya lakini ori bakurwana nere tari omontoro ore raisi gonere nere nagendete gukora imirimo yaye nagenderete kurwana lakini buno kwege na gwaitokore musikeraira anyore kiroge keiga na intu buna Kenya na botokonyore gento turabe togwasekeranga na intwe twisanire erindo gotenera Africa
kesu cha sore sam ayase buna omurari na boigo kwarigire sabari go Mheshimiwa Raila buna tarire Mheshimiwa Ruto buna tarire nero kwandari kwege na kwaenga exhaustly a lot oikeire birango biri byo gochia gutwara okwegena nachikonyoro bubui
so na nchengo changira ase nkwana yue goseri bori rikwa bori intuna ba Kenya and we understand politics chumoske William Ruto that no monto kerabe kire umokyo ya segento gete number 1 igakorokana ko monto very serious and indeed they have done a lot ko ensure ngarende omoske Raila Odinga obeire gagosoa asekiro kerkia EU ekyo I think at the end of this month komanya tore omugwina ruriyo omoske William Ruto of course Raila was nebetaya arenge kero bochori twabwate bakaira na court but at the end of the day when it came to an issue yogo support Raila it is something good kwa sababu Raila no mo Kenya nkaga igangwa tekendo kiritokorukanga kyomo ntobindo de nero bono kera kurigire Raila tari kurigire Raila as a competitor yobo president he looks Raila as a competitor in the Africa and Raila has been a pan-Africanist we can say that and you can tell that urwana rele sana demokrasia ya Kenya nyara kubuka kubikumo kiko ena kianga maybe serikali nero on toes because he's one of the longest serving opposition leader to what sense ya Kenya. That's why some people they fear kerabaka rango muskiraila go exit ku Kenyan politics. They don't know how it will become. Lakini wende he has been a pan-Africanist and you can say he has been serving as AU envoy of infrastructure. Igobono tarigento kegenia sare tuarere gako enda chinse chinyinge even during inauguration is chabarai you could tell Odinga ngobare invited. So when you get an invitation it means you are well known. Igo no monto wesa kumorigere na abate influence ana since SM Africa. Lakini onyoreka matakaro lakini achire iko jambo umo bago compete nere we want to narrow it to 2 people because umongwana yo Djibouti orokandre koba a main challenger. And I want to tell you, by the way, Djibouti has been fighting Kenya. In any Kenya to progress, especially amongana Africa. We saw the last time in the EGEIKARO Amina Mohammed arenge go vie for chairperson, but abuwa banyene baga produce someone who was vying for igendo to kurukanga vice chairperson. So kabanga for the regional balancing nto ba Kenya opposition naende to vice chair bwana kentu kuma tika karusi Amina Mohammed as settings una bago te banga bagasari settings. So Djibouti has been fighting Kenya for the longest time. Alafu when you compare last time we didn't have the support, especially by some of the 4 East African countries where Djibouti is included. We had Uganda didn't support us. Lakini waone kama natoko rigereria we have a support from the Eastern, almost William Ruto knows how to manage politics. So you know this, we have regional balancing. We have a strong candidate as East Africa to get to support one of our own. But we are hoping Raila na agenda Tanzania akakuwa na Samia Suluhu Hassan, Ngwara Mohamud na agenda akakuwa. So as we have a secret ballot. So the 28 countries, as Senator said, talk about sure. We are hoping as Raila is a Kenyan. We wish him all the best.
Sorry, Senator, maybe if you have something to add on how committed serikali yawe, because we've seen the president putting together the government machinery. Of course, bako led no Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi batare sana. How committed serikali yawe kwa kwa Mheshimiwa Raila sabari ya ngopere so successful?
Lidanga ni digante venga serikali ya Kenya, you know, sometimes it is funny, but their interest is 200%. I cannot even say 100% because their interest
101.
Yeah, Raila to win, yeah, it's more than 100% because if a slight mistake happens, Raila tamase kuela chikule chiga chia Africa. Serikali ekoroku ya Kenya kwanza ni nerengerera tinga goikera 2027 there will be a different scenario na there will be a different way of approaching politics. Bono nakitoko tebanga goika almost ke William Ruto ne president yense etigane elinda make sure ngaki Raila onyori lekero gekega ki Africa ekiagera abeta kenyora Raila will always be Raila. Raila is the enigma. Raila mbaba and they will always change things and say yega and they will upside down. So because no roche serikali muna ye committee and I know serikali yeito yabe kiroko boko nene ya tumekire enibo ko make sure ngaki umusikiraira konyorare ekirogekeiga igontoroje ngaki serikali roye committee and as Kenya we appreciate what the government korire lakini korende egento keringa ki mbarara barigererie pakeda ikayo mwagi kegere tugo
barende kura yewa tuko sorry Sam, how sincere is the government muna Mheshimiwa Kagwate birenga government ya bigire commitment 200%. Do they fear, is it the sincerity that Raila is a Kenyan or say it's out of fear nga umonto kerara around is keeping the government on toes?
Thank you so much, Clinton. And let me say this. Ndage tavinga siasa cha Kenya, people thought 2022 nalituwa rekoro siasa born on 2027. Let me tell you, almost William Ruto in kind way I don't see the sincerity in him. We know him very well. The sincerity
no, you know him.
I know him.
Yeah.
I don't know how sincere he is because if you tell Raila Nomonto he is worthy a competitor. Naende kero Ruto mwenye mnaliga has worked with Raila. Ruto knows Raila very well. Raila knows Ruto very well. Hawa ni watu wanajuana. So when Raila Ruto akobeka efforts cha Chonspi, which is almost Raila Odinga, he's just planning an exit. Kuruase politics. And that's why even the utterance bona gakorwa na boko telina omugako gago sukasinini whether Raila Odinga loses or wins. Eroma Etora achieved whatever he wanted. Look, when Karoba Chitamo na Raila, Bono Igaruto can go in these Nyanza regions, especially the Luo Nyanza, Are Tomo Kutano, and Abantu Bakore Baichuri. Because now he has a way, na wate lieta kuchira. Huyu alikuwa baba alikuwa mtu wangu, lakini leo unaona sisi tuko pamoja. And the people will be calm and they will be excited, they will clap because nabwate a reason to go there. Correct? Erora achieve kero kekyo. That's why erora achieve hapo. Bono, number 2, if Raila Odinga loses the African Union, it will still be relevant. Sababu aliwaambia inomo arochenga ahiriri na atemete kusuma mwako hivi. Kakinje na bwate niambe gocha sare. Na adam invest sana hapa in the Luo Nyanza. Homa Bay, he goes there. In fact, invest sana. Wakitoka Uganda na mzee na Raila na Mugaka Museveni alimalizia Homa Bay. So he has it is a plus for Raila Odinga, I mean for Ruto, whether Raila wins or in ini. Lakini erabe abantu they depend on each other. Raila now depends on Ruto just for a vote. Koganda AU because they are named president wake kura. Lakini Raila William Ruto depends Raila so much because nata gete support area in 2020. That's why he's staging the exit. Kyomugako because he's the main competitor.
Thank you. Tikataja sore Mheshimiwa Isaac Tomanyango. We have something going on since DRC Congo. Chisegi nchiro chikendete sana because Congo is blaming the M23. Iyo kwa allegation ere supported na Rwanda, South Africa ya so iko sana kwa vile. Now the chairperson here East African Community Mheshimiwa William Ruto is at the center stage. What do you think yenga kira chiku affect chikura chu Mheshimiwa Raila chirebosio? Because Mheshimiwa Ruto called out for an emergency meeting, Mheshimiwa Shekedi Taigeti, but in the recent tuaro chibago host na Sadik, Mheshimiwa Shekedi na attended virtually. Effect of what is going in DRC. Nature affect esabari Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga because these are president to vote.
Tigante benga bitanga nikegima DRC igere part of us. It's like almost with us. It's in East Africa.
Yeah, sure.
Now in Kenya, when a country partly, as rumors goes by, neringa ki into what interest in Congo, DRC. Kerokende, ntubugata abantu baito bakore biashara ororo, abantu baito ku centro mbale Congo bakore biashara, abantu baito nonya nkuru busiga abake babere batatu no bale, abantu baita abange nonya nabana siasa mbaro baito bensei bakora ebiashara ari Congo. Igo Kenya nebugate interest Congo. Ndagata goteba iga. Omusike president ya Congo korokunga Shikedi nabwo atomo cyane mukene ense yito ya Kenya esengenjo yaki tari kunjere rigose nko ntumuganire ryama yabu yayigo na ende tege netinga oburayi wo musike yito president William Ruto ngamo bere fair aso kwandre crisis kere Congo asengenjo yaki bona ge president yito gere ere sandwich tigatigati tabaseko ke Rwanda tabaseko ke Congo bono naku are it's on some balance we call it a very delicate position yare nga ninkiara kwana nagiye kogera bako temanga ki temango you cease fire tigato kwana ekiagara we don't need the military mune president ya kwana the military solution tariero tigango totema go kwana gosenga kiamanga na yarabe lakini buna kubutwarigereria chitivi abantu basiriria magima abange mono na ende isiko chikogendera iga we kege tambo kero kebogori we ego keragere ngisigi we kokoraki we kera ne tambo kero kege South Africa ego kwanera ego tebanga kibono intuye nyage kobetereria we katotekie step egende kigage ketariko bokia almost ke Kagame asengencho omochiri kobo watorwa yani South Africa ya mocheire face to face ko matebinga tiga anya kore ni bobo bwatoka no ri nero tebire ngakiriro rionye ge kobetereri ngwa kana tore abato gwakana, which is not fair as when we look at the humanitarian ground, that will not be fair. Igo moske William Ruto oyore president yeito enchira ara handle ensemo ya Congo negere Congo be part of us asogo twakire kura na Rwanda and any other country with interest yase Congo igegen tekega enkeri kento kerera isigo ase moraivense William Ruto.
Maybe someone will comment because on a personal terms mbale batebanga personally mheshimiwa Raila Odinga no mheshimiwa Shekedi Nabasani on their personal level na boiko buna mheshimiwa tabirega go serikali ya DRC Congo tia igwete buya sana kirobora ibwa bona bwa soete ase ikirobo. What the situation iganga yeko mubeko mheshimiwa William Ruto asa kwa nenga chikura ibere ejire very key Rwanda na DRC Congo ngomo chira chiro mheshimiwa Raila Odinga
bono nariko tebaiga umanyete number 1 Dr. William Ruto, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya inyuranga nero re chairperson yogo mugoribwa East Africa and Congo near part of us and Rwanda is also part of us. I want to remind you mwancho morigerenga the crisis of Rwanda na Congo tabono yachaka tekare sana they are having issues abantu bari barengo bamanyete chisemo chiricha DRC bari kuru Rwanda kuruchinga kichiricha Mobutu Sese Seko. By the way they have been having issues igo bado stealing kagendrete bono again tukekobekera omora ibuyense gusekiareta obo tutakanu kidogo ase ukuri kerwogia EU chairmanship ngeringa ki ukonyoranga as senator said ngebwata interest there are African countries that side with DRC there are African countries that side with Rwanda kwaraka bono if our president comes like umata bono gago chaka tebanga gakoranga igari one sided to the Republic of Rwanda abantu bari the other African countries that maybe babwate interest nini kwarenga bono bachire wake kuranga gago side with DRC abanganyire they maybe they okumwakire kura so omara ibwenza has to be technical or orochina rangalia shishekedi ko mutenga nchito kwanirane batagakana so it has a very big influence na inde bono na bera twaro kubagekana torokananga we the East African Congo is part of the East African ntori organized so we set a bad picture to those people to those baliba bataito twakire kura bono ba prefanga Djibouti is organized and has no sides. Let us just give them. So, what effect in the sun?
Tikatocha solo mheshimiwa soko kodra enkwanega yesabari yu mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. Let us now talk of two expected outcomes. And so to go preempt what will happen, but what will happen mheshimiwa Raila kago chikobwa ekiroekega exit the Kenyan politics as a rivalry and what will happen onye unfortunately this is a contest to win or lose anyara koba taranyora buraiburi na kisiasa chensi ya Kenya chiko chikoba
nambe yamo umusikiraira Odinga okubwa ekeroge kega ki Africa is a big relief to Kenya Kwanza government na ende na bara ruoko boko chase government ya Kenya Kwanza ekeroge ikiringa neta geteko nyasenga kichikura 2027 ena mbende ya kabiri umusikiraira ekero eranyarekane na haruguire Kenya ntubwa tutwara masikani ari ngaki na intwe twanyorire uborai bwa Africa asa miaka ya nerebosio ko enyarekane nga obwiru ne kure amagoseibere okobugu nkoro wa siasa ntwara gitsikora tukabugu na iro obwiru tari motari kabere ebe ngo obwiru chicha igera mangana abere amangana yabere ngakine eri ngaki still Raila se miaka yaye na re climax keroge kegare kwira kia Africa na kikiare ko setting anere bona ritaye ko politics enyare kanenga tago keira ekera achire it will amount to frustrations na mwese ko inyora kero kende abantu marororo unarira irata ira chikure chiga cha 2022 batebete nga omanyete abantu usomusikie Uhuru Kenyatta taringe very serious asogo tubwatsi
taringe sincere
asogo tubwatsi mwaro chegendeki bono mo taire mo kumia ekera barayibande mono bawo DM baraje batebe nga yaya oyongo tungaina arenge taringe sincere. So we expect that. Lakini rende ebenga taireti oboritombora oboke serikali ya Kenya kwanza kora no musike William Ruto yore president na ande batakere bari gereri buya na ande ngaki ngaki gose togokora egera rigereri buya Kenya gaiga abantu baumanire mono asinge nti obogema buna bore abantu baumanire egeka igo it was only a hope ya serikali ya Kenya kwanza yarenga Seraira kubeka support ikiagara bona kama toko kwa na Mount Kenya teyo ase musike William Ruto bona ega musike William Ruto is really depending on Raila aje amara tere chikura cha Nyanza na ende the same time Raila nabwate say western cha western elindaro sembaro si package ego chiko counter central.
Of course we wish him well and then mheshimiwa David it will a class chances ya Kenya ngao chiko but then the what if unfortunately abu was a graham was a how na kiago chiko kore kamba kasi siasa chensi ya Kenya especially as kiama kia hiyo DM abara ibali myo kwa na bangu sire batayo yaya oyo ntoko muamini ODM ya enoro chibunega ndate gutwara ko musana no gotinde what will happen as a comeback ya politics.
Raila Odinga will always be Raila Odinga, but I can tell you for sure abantu mbare bage chigwa kidogo maybe esobwa mate atwara no mora ebense abande baga na kitoro chire tobo tutukanu ase chama ya ODM. Una bono you can tell nga chama ya ODM support ya irani rense especially the western whereby the president is heavily investing in Arore because mbabwa the numbers and even in Kisii and Nyamira. Lakini Clinton, let me tell you nga again tongero abantu bakwenta ko manyanga ekebrokia AUC igere based on regions. We have had people from the southern Africa obeire kuru Central Africa nto abate Jinping kuru Gabon kutwara Sozana Zuma kutoka South Africa Musa Faki bono nengaki ya regional yaito ya East Africa. So that's why you see those baliba kuboli abange igobare from East Africa actually bonsi bare from the East Africa. So again to ngero kwenta ko manyanga if Raila loses when it will be more of a plus to William Ruto, even if he wins or even loses, according to my own opinion, because he has a reason to come to Nyanza and Western everything na push him actually maybe tranyarikana lakini naandika kobuga naande yanyarekana because Ruto wants to manage the politics here country. That's why he's planning for the exit. Number 2, abantu mbare unabono muraibu ense Uhuru Kenyatta abantu mbare still baba tabanga no ayokorange gwatu ngene to add everything. So there are those people who will come to ask William Ruto. You have been saying you have every support. He's making everything. That's why I got everything so to ensure that. What will happen
if this doesn't go through? Will he make a comeback to Siasa?
He will make a comeback to Siasa because when he handed over to ODM, it was until like yani. Interim, let's me say ONDIGI just an interim. Abu aterete. Yani bapi merete gari. Omusega onyata kubwa gari na ndaira na baki chama ya ODM gendere. Lakini yonyaga kubwa basi aba is an honorable exit to Moga Raila from return from the Kenyan politics. Are you saying that point? Yes.
Thank you so much. Mwancho Molgeria yone sementanga ni twanyara ko kwandra mange ase sabaji ga mheshimiwa Raila Odinga yoko ikia kuingia kwenye kero wetu katika chikura chika niko chira chiko ni tariki 15 na 15 nemo ase semelia yumo chukua Addis Ababa ase seria Ethiopia ndio sababu wetu nganache kwa nikia nere kuikirani obogui mheshimiwa teba amaskanyaro kane ase ense ya Kenya toko rumo tumokomo kego ase studio ya kabere toko na bono tinya ko toko na ase siasa chense ya Kenya na wewe nyura to skara ase chense ya gato leo mwe na wewe ndo chukua cha ase
Getembe Television ekionga kiamamogusi.
Ine nubwate emeyega gose nuganetie emeyega yawe ikarane boronge nutagete chiema chingia naende chintingu chiokugora gose gokomboya tarera buffer tents. Buffer tents yo manyakaine mono buna buffer services ni company ekoineke buna emeyega yawe yaikiranire boronge mbabwate ebirogo byogokomboya naende nkokora bare decorations ase emeyega yonsi boigo nkorosya bare ebinto binde buna lowering gears chitroli namba bwato bokoreri buna CNC plasma cutting, wood router yue kubutora, perspex, aluco board, cellular board, PVC wood, forex wood, engraving sheet na MDF. Nkorosia bare CNC decorations ase binto au buna kubutora chi black sheet, korosia merangwa, ebiita, chitirisa, ebirogo, bed heads, sofa faces, signage, grills, door labels, wall arts, interior and exterior decorations, nebinto binde binge. Buffer services nige gotoka chimite miayemo kurwa senya gitaria nyangena ase barero chegesonso. Nigo bako igora kura Jumapili goika Ijumaa kurwa chinsa ibere chia mambia goika 11 chia marogoba. Asa mange bakere simia se namba 07292264
Television ekeonga kiamamogusi.
Sha Ceramics netuka eyeko n'ebintu by'obwagaji au asiligolinse nkonya bali mirror and cabinets asebabwate aluminium and accessories mbabwate mirango y'echingenjo au mbabwate chitanki au nawe gukurose chi company au locks and accessories mbabwate chichogo se toilets echichire c'echingenjo au nabwigo n'ebintu bigutumikase e bathroom mbabwate chi kitchen sinks nabwigo ne chi tap babwate bintu bigokora plumbing au babwate marbles and granites nkone bale MDF boards kone bale deformed bath chichingenjo au babwate bathtubs babwate tiles echichire chichingenjo au konya bale boigo ebintu bunabono wall to wall carpets nkone bale boigo chirangi kurwase chi company au asibabwate chi machine echo chigo chiburukania babwate biro byechingenjo au babwate chi gypsum pots chisimiti amabati egati ebintu binde binge ebyo bakonya seligolirense nigo bagutuka ase nyombere manyakanta na Cansons Plaza asebara ya Kisii Kisumu imbeyo muchijuiga obusungu asamange naboko bakiresi bibwetera se chinamba cyabo 0703943972.
Getembe Television ekeonga kiamamogusi.
1 2 3 4 5 makopio ene ngombo bwa
kwani ni sanamu
ntatengo tebi kama kopio engombe ye kajaho entere yirulete ebine biyanda mama ke buntuma engombe ye niko okochikwa betika siko ya 12 bakaba kumbangali bono ntatengo tebi kokokonya pitata ntato minyoke immediately gale somo chito bosongo eduka nere gali ekorukunga enokem agropet enokem agropet enokem agropet limited
enokem agropet
straight
wanafanya kazi gani na ng'ombe yangu
we kama lioko konyora immediate kwanza ligeli no mogondo ligeli bono no mogondo ligeli toko gendo ko no namba lioko yoko siye kenyambi iga right direct mogondo ko very clear
enokem wanashughulika na ng'ombe ama na samba
enokem agropet egotiri na keregento ke korukukyo pole mitata amangana ye chingo ko gotuka enokem amangana ye chiombe enokem eduka ya bene ne kabisa nige gotuka gali chogo ekero gotira buno rio monto kwa Nyamira gali chogo no monto gotira Nyamira nsa
Kisii town chogo
esikati ki aje bono konyora enokem agropet ase eduka ya bene ne mapema enokem ne bwatoro saguronda asomo chito bosongo aiga falikoni mapema oposti amagutazeli mapema nchirinditiyo aye koraiga sibeng'ombe yo chiko chango kobe mapema sibeng'ombe.
Getembe Television ekeonga kiamamogusi.
Nilan Hub niye moya chiduka echichikone ebintu bigutumika service na bigase nyumba yao yani furnitures asiligolia mabuko ebyo bikomenya segeka ase chinsamo cha living room mbabwate chi throw pillows echujire chichingenjo au na bwego nechi kala au babwate recliner sofa sets echora onchora nebuno kuganya kwa okole nkone bale fabric sofa sets echo chire chechi 7 seater na bwego nechechi 6 seater echo chire chechi rangi nechi design au nkone bale marble and glass top adjustable TV stands echora tumeke aso kubeke TV ya obu ya ase chinsamo cha coffee tables nkone bale wooden coffee tables mbabwate glass top coffee table nkone bale marble top coffee tables egatie chinde chinyinge asinsamo cha dining room mbabwate dining table na boigo nechi set korwa asemete ya mahogan echuchire chechi 6 seater na boigo nechi 8 seater na boigo mbabwate marble top inyuranga Nilan Hub igobwato mu rubyo olipa pole pole asuwanchiro wakanira ebintu biga ngorangora wika wakolire tonyole imbeyo mu cyobusongo asebara yasunika migori otaraikasenya gitaye ya nyangena boigo ndabogwaka esimi gwetrase kinamba chito echo chire enote sano libere kyanda eyemo isano libere isato kyanda ibere inye kose enote sano libere isano nesato ibere inye eyemo inye isano libere inye elio okole amonjilio asenka ya olero Nilan Hub where style comfort and quality meet.
Getembe Television ekeonga kiamamogusi.
Their parties. I'm therefore persuaded that the 14 members and their parties are part of the Kenya Kwanza coalition. This, in my view, would be fair and in accordance with the previous rulings by my predecessors on related matters. 3, that with the 14 members, the membership of the Kenya Kwanza coalition stands at 179 members, while the membership of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party stands at 157 members. This, by implication, indicates that the Kenya Kwanza coalition is the majority party, and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party is the minority party in this house. 4, that the Kenya Kwanza coalition is entitled to appoint the leader of the majority party, while the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party is entitled to appoint the leader of the minority party.
Kenya Kwanza buna nabwo bure ensemeria y'abara bange kurendeke gambero ekerane ko basomo cyo Nairobi ikiga niko cyane ko bage kuraria buna ababwatani bosaba jumbe kurwase abo mu buri bwa Azimio la Umoja korengana n'irikiko nabo bwente ko basensemeyo y'ubura kwa bara bange bona agati abare babiri bagwesokya hasenge nchebi karabie bunge na nkwere babiri Jumaine yikigenye babiri bakobolgo banyara ko bagosoa ase ensemeyo y'ubura bondo chikonyara ko batokuriga torenga kimero buri ekogenda tutaranyore nkwana yabagani ase studio gaiga aruno toto nyengiri umurari kurwase getaseneke Getembe oyiboigo hoteneta mangana iga age siasa na nyara ko bagakuru nkwana yaika twari ko kwandra sabari y'umweshimwa Raila Odinga ago ntebigenga for Raila to win first round he needs 33 votes in a round yantangani. The second round he just need 25 votes ejitwate banga chin senchiro rokura sorongura Africa more than 25 has before charinge 19 but boni ganda ke 25 chioro kire komwa okaboko alafu agotebanga asensemo y'umweshimwa Wetangula agotebanga Wetangula won by 215 votes against Marende of Azimio. How is that a minority? Ile boli aborira kwasengencho ochire back to history asengencho meto yigana dictionary ya siasa EGEIKARO agotebanga umweshimwa Wetangula anyorete chikura chia nseme yigayo gwakiro koba mu speaker 215 against Marende of Azimio. Akobolinga how is that minority konti gatocha se enkwana chake nayo mweshimiwa ikamero ngiata Azimio is now the majority by law kuna lichiko ligoteba mheshimiwa wetangula tuwategere chingo na cha nara leti Kenya kwanza nega ndrete mero in fact obviously but how does that leave the leadership of parliament as obokoreri bwabo
miyamano moralia tigante benga litangani kigima lichiko lyo maete ne lichiko naende igo lingo mosmeno kali achakire konyenya naboli konyenya gutirimboka naende ligo nchu kali chake konyenya bogeka ene lichiko lakini tutakoteba tuirane ase siasa bono the only disadvantage tubugate ng'abantu nandi bakorosia machiko n'abana siasa nabo bagwa apply lichiko whichever way bono a court the high court ruled that Azimio nerere bono iga the majority as parliament naende nale goja simusike aroni otebirenga chikura wetangura akiruchenge 215 versus ya marende chiarenge 100 and something
and 30
130
yeah
bakibona kaye kire chikura Kenya yeito chikura chingao sana naende mwabalire basike babunge baito nakibagwa kachikura igo ekyo ngie konyara ko mesha nga igo wetangura na yarabwana takobera gabwe ye kire chikura a different mechanism ngo nero ko ba applied sometimes nero sometimes orthodox and sometimes so ekinko bwati bukera kimonte totera buyaiga when we look at the parties chiarenge Azimio naende ngakiria buna koti ya goteba meti nyista kanyata yakoraki tiraera but the people barenge ase Azimio nekene they were more than the people barenge ase Kenya kwanza lakini bono asengenjo no manyete yokomenya na ndo kuremeruo koiga bari bande mbatambugete igo bagoretwe literally lakini maminja yeri chiko iga kene kia magana according ni ngakieria Azimio nero ya wenda takoba majority bazaba origere ligaiga technicality nera president neta gete bintu biaye buna Africa mate yara ko baneki nse chiri chinde chase ko buna Britain America o mate na bogo tuara opposition nere majority na nere ko kwa pa speaker lakini ebintu bigo koruke machiko lakini bono ga seita ga stamanya buna Africa na buna Kenya etofauti nero ronga ki go ikebere the president asige songo bako tebia tall order go tuara opposition ngana rere majority na ende gatagete ko kore bintu sometimes kuwento ko mwe mileage mune president igege nteke ga nonye kiarenge ke machiko nindo chobotambe yabeire naro Kenya yitonga orders chiko ruwe court kero kende nchiri ko bwatu for the first time ninje ngumisana ngaude ne chebwatu for the first time na botora ache tukeba Kenya bonse bache bakumisana bono ntuganye todorore ngaki ne kene eodega yarwe tukurwa se court ne chebwatu ekina gigetigarete
tikasoja sobe samwe ebona ngakiego tika obokoreri bwe bunge yaito ase igati because Azimio barabara wame frontier watu baba batenga Tuesday I thought we had someone mentioning in a video diambo obisimo chief whip ya soro ngoriga engego tinyo kubuya second on Tuesday these guys are occupying that what do you think ninto chiko tuare riba because nona na baro bakirire sana ntura baigo nto chiko nyara bakuru ya pili
so again donara goteba to the question kwa bori number 1 tigana nyuria ba Kenya ngao Azimio before nominations eba bwate 167 members Kenya kwanza ya bwate 155 but it emerged that UDA as a single party but within the Kenya kwanza coalition nero ya bwate the majority and ODM nero ya bwate the majority as obomogwa Azimio keroba kora nominations it happened that we had 179 171 after nominations koru 167 pakagenda I think 179 then we had 165 bakwere ba Kenya kwanza
but this is after EBM Vindeman chap
after nominations after nominating those and wale wanaongezea baiguru bono tukamanya gocha abajumbe mbaro wose ababunge mbare barenge independent, the president had to look for backup, because when you lead a country, you are a president and the majority is in the opposition, you really miss a lot. Chilo taete gwete budget kwarere go kokobere gasie kong we kori means chio kwenshuanga kwarigiri abajumbe abange babe the majority bakokonye. Alafu ntu abwata abajumbe bari barenge independent. Then we heard from the Azimio coalition pata igwete bia lakini senator nako anandwate orthodox and orthodox. You don't know what happened, lakini baka genda kuichureria unabone chama ya pa the Pamoja African Alliance ndwate maendeleo chap kia omo pole omorai oyoiga okurukwanga nere Daktari Alfred Mutua ndwate UDM ikiabwate 5 MPs kia rukura wana Ali Roba, alafu ntubwate MDG kia David Ochieng. Bakagenda uchireri omorai bense wakaba 14 members, so that they are now overpowered Azimio. But according to the registrar of political parties, igemeanything akiroma soiri in an agreement as a coalition was a party, you need to leave 6 months after the elections, was also 6 months before the elections. But according to the Richiko, Noenje, I'm part of the people, of the Kenyan people, who will be surprised. Because we have been having a lot of amachikagwetigu from the court that implements the law, lakini yana be surprise. So lakini according to the ruling wetangula rwete igatebenga parties aligned to coalitions are not cast in stones. Lani mbabeteri irikobero is forgetting about the rich kobari gwete, and they are the same people bari gwete rich bakatebanga etobwato bonafiki obonge when after elections abantu bakoraga yandonsi any party bakurugurwa bayanda guche tigatobe kigento gekobeka restrictions kia limit yabana siasa, at least bara vera as a party ya Mose coalition. But that didn't work because it was supposed to work. Actually, worked after the 2022 elections, but it didn't work. According to me, no nafiki gete wage siasa. So according to the law, the Azimio was supposed to be the majority.
Many can say it's out of interest. When about Wetangula was part of the power deal ya Kenya Kwanza. But we all understand background yomu Mheshimiwa Wetangula is a seasoned lawyer. Kirare kusoma this ruling. Now what in mind the letter ya wetukura COBC yomu likiwe vyama the RPP and the rito kubatakana the 6 months oya tevile and nkikia informative ogo ikani ruling ya yoko mention Kenya Kwanza na buo abarai understanding erenomo wakili na maidiri chikelmi.
Nda ko tebe ngari tanga ne kigima omo yo monache ekina tai ko na chakina kururu sana ime umanyete mbari go chabate banga ngabono tigante ba singincho ere ngango tebande koko bara research isaini na ende ekenegento kirigireti na ndeke bugate enseme nene ye tratando de very sensitive matter sigisongo EGEIKARO ari kuna cheki na keria na buateti richiko kuruase registrar of political parties and mono na kitu tuarete constitution na ende court mono gasi yabo no gototebi ngakiri chiko rwende takoba na nga rwende takoba applied and exactly that is what umo na cheki na correct tachi tiko bias lakini no gotebo bo maene na ndo goteba ngaki onye kere kene kia mangana nga abantaba mbachite kubwatiri chiko bunarire na ende kene ko ikabono mbara bwatiri chiko mate bunarire ikagera kana cheki ne kenga ki Azimio nero ebwenete koba majority egento kia konyire Kenya Kwanza gwikira rero neri ngabono mbabwato bwamate bukurari getandekemo amo na Azimio gwikira bono iga gosene kiama toradiga kiama gya ODM Kenya Kwanza yaroziri ubwamate wono mbaramo asibu na togo kwana bona iga moroje ndobwata ba waziri waziri moroje mbaro babekirwa se serikali droje n'abantu bane mbaro bayibwe birogo bune bunyakerugo batenerete chinse ya mechi igo ndase gotebanga ekere kiagarete gose ekere kiagarete mona chikine wakana chaiga igabete influenced mono neri chiko na kotsemigwa kurwase liruba liarose kurwase omoteneneri otenete byama
what if tutarara soro mheshimiwa 6 months echiga chawe chiabegetwe choko ni kyankobera baroro chiere bamaye gosoka it was then chinga kejo what if aseboniga bate mbare babwatu uru yogo so ase bate bona senyo 6 months chino chinchierete bate besa ino bare Kenya kwanza na ki ruling yego chikoba relevant
bono iga egento kyo kuminkeringa ruling is relevant because imbarateba bararika the register of political parties tabwati evidence ngambari igete ngabasokire kurmoina na nonya basogeteriria igo basogete mitinyeri tarakora ki itaraera so in the real sense niringa ki onyembono bararike bagochaka kiupia so the ruling stands unless Kenya kwanza genda idea Korea appeal so yeah by so Korea appeal then from there they appeal yategererwe then tumako nyore ruling and they appealing ayaya because there is that opportunity yo Korea appeal erinde by so Korea then that is fine itoko kanyanga ki a bench ye appeal nintie ko chakoteba kolengana neri chikeri
ketocha sore sam is it another time bono to chaka kora another legal battle as a ebigambe ruchinga kinatonga kora ba wakili bakungusana na as a court to interpret this.
I think Clinton research kwa area, but me as I understand Parliament, we have 3 arms of government, so the executive, the legislature, the Parliament, tukatuara na ege tokurukanga in the judiciary, which should be independent as it is of the Bunarichi Kurikoteba. But you find out in Parliament, and it's a fact that Mheshimiwa, the Parliament of Kenya is just it stamps. You go on despite the fact that you have I don't know whether you questioned the IQ, yeah, Wetangulo of being as a lawyer who should be knowing this thing. He can be a lawyer, but now what interest? He was among the people back brokering leadership. He go on at all cost, whether he's a lawyer or not, he had to do it. Oh no. Again, they can get bono yali chicken nabateva kebo. As me already, they are sleeping together. You know, when we have coalitions, nenyomo yeviama. As UDA na UDM na whatever, the Amani National Congress. So nenyomo. Bono as Mheshimiwa clarify na ando weka byanga ki, they are sleeping in the same bed. So they correct the effect mono kwa sababu this is already inabengenga ki monyo maine. Na hindi bono mama nyakoenda say attorney general nga bono to certificate. Because already you are married. So as me part of the ODM from the CSS, they are together. So bono igana gecha. It's just a name, chief whip, nini, whatever. But I will be surprised to see this law working.
Listen to this. This is to both of you. There is the rule of separation of powers. Are court allowed to interfere with the operations of Parliament, and to what extent? As an onye avara as a bunge riba iwana netewarago. This is the majority.
So we have.
How far is the court or the courts allowed to interfere with the operation of Parliament?
Number one, you should understand that in the country of Kenya, tobwate executive, tobwate legislature, and of course the judiciary. A department will say one of the arms here make laws. It is the Parliament. Nereko make laws. And when it makes laws, the judiciary, a year of courts or whatever, it interprets the law. Nereko interpret. Now, I think the executive now, the policy is in a lay. Like in the end, every department, never had a judgment. Of course, we're thankful and about rule. But again, we have a constitution that ties us together again. And the constitution, that's why we have the political parties act that ikotebanga according to the constitution guarding the political parties ntubwane tukutwara democracy yebyama because bisa gutiguga anybody can naba montako nganya kurugaiga aende kuchekia make kuchiri whatever we shouldn't have atuwezi kuwa na democracy lakini because of the sanity in the democracy of political parties that's why we have the act of political parties egerere the sanity of which that's why you are saying and retu akobarikeren according to the political parties act this is supposed to be na bibwana tekobaiga and one karo if you are not certified now like Azimio you go to court to interpret and it has interpreted
ngakura kwana naro the court should not interfere with operations chair bunge out of the separation of power
umosani yuboria erieta tututebete lakini rende umosani yuboria iga tetu komatebiga ense tomenyete ya Kenya ni ense ya machiko yedari ense ya eri toke wa ngata panana republic but ense eri chiko na every section yagorokunga we have the judiciary and we have that legislature etenere na parliament and then we have the executive ababonsi they have their section where they should exercise their powers na powers chia a court no go interpret richiko and ya korire nsemo yaye bono injerate yo torabenga na kigekogera ngantu bugate ase turagende ekero parliament ira itigento kirema minja yense ekabira ati mkero minja yense asinaro tokogenda tokonyeke and not even in Kenya alone ensengi man the world barige richinse buna chia Europe barige chinse chons inchiwata se koti yakogenda yakananga ya ekenke wenet kobaiga igona kigekogera ekot ero judiciary asogo konya ngaki bichikeriga erigori bwenete gokora mbere mugochia.
Let me add something. To clarify our friend because we need the court to interpret the law. When you are dissatisfied, you telling a court one to telling according to the constitution. What does it say? So out of which the court has done. Yeah.
Thank you. Because if now the court rules that Azimio now the majority, we have NAC Kenya already are exit Azimio. We have DAPE K nero ya rikireri correct interest yo exit. We have Wiper yo nere genda to kuria basani korosi coalition erenya. So if now Azimio is the majority, so we can say bunge gali vya mambiro virus already. Jubilee toma yeto already barabo ba exit the Azimio. So majority kibago chigotwa in parliament.
According to what evire ekero tetugeri maga kasobu wangu. Ekero musikera ira betenga ne kiama kia ya ODM ba chagre korosio bosani ne serikali. Na nde serikali ekororekananga ki aba Kenya bange babwateri umana nero. Ekero basoa aba raiba ODM bakora uno musikera ira bagasoa bagachaka okoremero mambo ne serikali ya Kenya kwanza bakeba Azimio mba bete comfortable mba gokiri ni gitambo kirekyo igitambo kikara batago getuku bagatebanga bono nyekerigo ribona Azimio ntori coexist lakini little did they know that bosia iga arientere bintu bia koregetwe bosia iga tuachire koegwense meye ganga nintwe tore bono the majority lakini tetoko tebiga ebintu bingi byakorekanira ria saba bunge na ende buna togo kwana bone gatuchaka gotebanga ki babunge kibono bara serikali na ne barenga bara batari ya serikali mujando noro ababunga bange baka batebige into kengao bro togo kwana bona iga asinge nju ya survival ya kisiasa igo onye umusike Kalonzo ne party yaye osokiri umusike Martha Karua nere na arigereti gosoka Eugene na arigereti gosoka nebe egendo baswari babatebe kizungu mukuti egari yakirenga nkobara to wonte togenda ase numbers nkobara tore ngane ereriere majority ekitu ate abaiga we are yet to see it happen lakini asinge njuto kageretenga ki apiri ne chebe gosemo cha niteba nto kumi sana kanyoranga ki Azimio na ubabere majority lakini lenda asebono iga still the status quo still remains. But at the same time, mtorara babunge bari tayari gotebanga ye position ya be.
Tutaraja sore sam arno toto na ndo irandire agotebanga this is the way forward out of this ruling. Agotebanga number 1, parliament will appeal through speaker wa bunge hiyo Mheshimiwa Moses Wetangula. The case will go to the court of appeal, or the court of appeal will upheld the decision. The speaker will go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court according to will appoint judges or something. By that time our Tabanga will be headed to elections, that is 2027. And that is number 1. Scenario number 2, our Tabanga parliament in the house is the house of numbers. Unamweka convention, our Tabanga the speaker will put the question, and the majority will carry the day. What do you think will happen here? The court cases
Clinton to nata ketokota bankiringa much as tuatwarire a ruling yiga ndake to nyorenga ki according to the election year 2022 before chinyoma cha Raila Odinga na William Ruto, it was supposed to be implemented. Again to kia wanataka ba not now, unajua si kitu ya sahi kwa nige to kia rengi kia matukari, but you see now they are bedding together. It will have an effect. Still, yarakobanga abaiga banganyete banganyete kurwa ase Azimio bakagendaria. Could it be that Azimio now had the majority leader? You could tell because of the interest na still bare gotigara. According to the way we know politics cha Kenya. Inamba ya kabiri. How can you have a majority leader? I mean, the work of a majority leader no correcta ose oko implement the agenda serikali of the day. How could we have the Azimio, which was on opposition, implement issues ose policy serikali weterase as we couldn't have. That's why we are where we are. So meaning that even if today Totavanga Junet Mohammed I think is the one who is a leader of minority, if he becomes the leader of majority, is very relevant because they are dining together, they are sleeping together, already. So the scenario that Aaron Toto created, I want to support it fully because he is reading from the same script. Eiga toko genda ase toko nyakomenyo kuiruga naga as time goes. You can see Kawira Mwangaza na Otorali. There is a way the government knows how ekonya kobeke bintu gachinga kicherera. Wana ndonda itango tabinga we don't have numbers. In fact, democracy here sense ya Kenya when you look at the way things are being done.
Thank you so much. Tua nyaro ko batogo kwana mangase elsebeyo nganjira bono nyaro ko batogo chenchia ake tura nyaro ko batogo akoba yechin satoswe asorgo ngorogusi naro tukunira ke go mwancho muri ya berga ko nekiwa Karoba gutokanya teri tukuria Jumaine bikarobie bunge igana bikoiranirwa erinda torore na radiaya muspika ngakyago chia because we kabwa toke communication iga ochia saba jumbe erinda torore embitambo kreki igaba chiko imo kinambe katoka ntakuriria oyo minto harano toto buna tebirega go aso korengereria kwae ngakimiro biriga irachie konekiwa enganchire bono mwanchu murigira tura na sorongorwa gusi na rotura kwandra siasa choro gongorega ande mona somo senator wa county ya Kisii Mheshimiwa Richard Onyonka Rokandre asama tukabwa ngoiga koba omo rai oyo urase emostari oryobosio kuboria bananchi na wega barikura sorongorega go chamo korosia saiga ya mid nko moko boko Mheshimiwa Fred Matiang'i na wega sabange batebire kyame kigekemo niko kebwente go chamo ilio 40 chinambe chigana baroba toka semese ilio kobaga kurende ikyame ya Jubilee na keroki ya sokiri ya tebrenga candidate wetu ni Mheshimiwa Matiang'i tikaso chake nayo Mheshimiwa ngakikwa bere gukubwaterera developing yechiga chumo gusiko boy gwachamo na boygo andaka sentunde ya kabiri nkorengia orogongo rwa gusi rogo chigosokyo umuntu kurige kiruge kiga cyubura ibwense
mbya mono moraria nande tigangireri bageriga yogo tebyo mugusinga omugusi no bwenge nchene na sinsi ya Kenya omugusi no muntu bwomokia na ndo mugusi orandire kegima igonta getego kuana obomo bwomogusi tari bono bwachaka na ende ntori kubokora lakini obomo bwomogusi negentu kiengenchenene ase siasa yabono tobwate Mosiko Nyonka oyoro mo senator bono tubwate korwa se county to ya Kisii ororekanire kene kia mangana okubekerieta yo mwana minto mwana wo mukyo monene omwana okorete mirimo yo gukumia sense ya Kenya orine simba na ende nto kweba ase emaki atigeta sense ya Kenya oyo romosike Dr. Fred Matiang'i mugusio mugimana moitabete na ndo mugusio mugimana mwachete ko taito tuigwana biya aso mugusio minto na nda aso musike Matiang'i arabe ototegerere tasi chinga kichiga inche noyo mabwa barai na arigeti chikura na ndo musike Matiang'i twakorire nere mirima ange amwikirange mwikirange twakwandire na ndi twamanyire nga kiaro munyamukia angana litukoriria omugusio mugima koroka nga stakeholders bagusi omusike Matiang'i areire getambukiro ere omonyene tari omusike Onyonka tari omugabana bwe county ya Kisii ere omonyene abekire stakeholders amo abatebye nga bono nachire nekere nachire gokora negentekemo negiyoko beka omugusi amo number 1 inere agenda entangani musike Matiang'i abwanete gokora ntoigo keigwera korwase omusike Simbarati ntoigo keigwera korwase omusike Onyonka egasi bagokora nengiya lakini kobeko omugusi amanyangaki eye tari propaganda eye tari panganga kenege ntokero musike Matiang'i achiche abeke all stakeholders amo na inche support yane nkormo ayeri tangani nokobeko omugusi amo ekera abeke omugusi amo akoreki amanya kurigereri buya musike Matiang'i totegerere buya origereri buya ekiagara toigo tobeka amo buno omugusi buna tongana igatukari chimilioni 3 omuko endo toire otobeka opposition ekigo ikatoko bori buya origereri buya toko presidential candidate bara sensengima moganda moisaranse na barabo bagoteba nga bono omusike Matiang'i tubatebire nayi okobe president yetu ntutwe sitora nechikoro chetu chimilioni gose ni 3 gose ni ibere chomugusi cyaburuka nene cha central cyaburuka nene cha segete gose ne cha eastern nayo musike Matiang'i nayo presidential candidate yetu nayo yo osiyo no tore magega yo musike Fred Matiang'i ekere kikirabe lakini ebe nga nogoteba nga musike kioni otebire nga Matiang'i na presidential candidate yetu obuno bolimo boroborabse we need to start from home insa ekero twachatire korunsa iga tomanya kuryori bosio ekyagero mugusi igasige to mwana minto Fred Matiang'i lakini abantu mbaro batagite gukora ebintu kuna siasa etana gokorwa nonye no musikinya chaurarire Matiang'i no mwana siasa bo musikinya cha Matiang'i knows what Nyachai did igabe to mugusi amo bitangani ekero mugusi ancha atevire nga 40 people igoro watu wengi akamanya kurwa agateba bono mugusi orambwataniri n'abantu abari gusiye rirituare ngose 150,000 at that time was 100,000 yes akamanya ngo mugusi nari maga yaye wenspi akamanya goteba bono na chiribo president that is exactly egento Matiang'i mintabo neta gokora lakini ayande ye side show gosenga ki getaraba kyagara omusike bense William Ruto omugusi namwete skenene intwe tusigeto musike William Ruto bune president yeito ya Kenya naende we appreciate egasi atoete ebirogo ntobwate soro wa ntobwate ebirogo gantobwate minister gamba ntobwate chinsemo chinde chinyinge ntobwate abanyakero go musike Nyambati nabanda abange einemberemo erure asomogusi ne baba gusi kero kende togoteba nga teraisana neme kendo benzo tomentu naende lakini aseria mekaru to we appreciate ko kera ikirenga nekene omwana ominto Matiang'i nga ochire naende otebire nkobekaro mugusi amo mimi mwenyewe nitakuwa nyuma yake lakini ekikende getaraba ebintu ebindi biko kunga halaba lu ebibiyo bidano biko tokonya yeah
asore sana
so one nchike ndo nayo tabanga ringa kim as I've always said let us not be so excited, but we seem over so excited, especially now that I want to confirm and I want to concur, Senator, as a statement yakwa nanga murai oyotokuru kanga Fred Matiang'i tara soki rebene atebenga maine gente kana korete na gete ni eritu arore some signs and symptoms no borire kerabo chaka ngonya koro kuborichi sign gete otara na nyakita ari pimo kone obe confirmed ngora haroki ore bioro kerete lakini ya orokere. And why do I say bioro kere biabere Clinton take to wonder bantu ba to manya garende that ntubwate bintu bibere ntubwate politics politician and ntubwate leadership. But for you to be a leader in this country, you need politics, correct? Yeah. Bono, say to Kenya to what politicians are more than leaders. And when Matiang'i comes in the face, Matiang'i agocha as a leader, because I have said several times, Matiang'i, you can see tangible. Leroiga etubuate. I thank Honorable Matiang'i by the na confirm thing we are global. Atebanga mine no chi bus school school teachwe kaneke sukari ke tobate kurugusi, of which is good. He did something you can see now tanga chibintebiga ebichete kati so Matiang'i. When he was in ICT, you could see we migrated from analog to digital. Yeah. Culture education, I'm one of the people who can testify at the 2017 examination. We did it well. Culture Ministry of Interior, you could see something. So when we say that we have supporting Matiang'i, they support Matiang'i as a leader, as a policy enforcer. But again, when we come to politics now, I don't know to go to how politically are organized. What are the mercenaries are what into no mugusi? Every son. Agenda in the political competition Number one, Obomo is very important, as Mheshimiwa said. Very important. We can tobe amo twins. Inure muachire inki mobwate ya yantubuate because politics is numbers na watu numbers yetu. Then when toji kubori busani kurwa sande ngaki murochinga tuabeira, how do you negotiate numbers ki mobwate abasani bare circumstantial, like friends of circumstance babwate na bara numbers at that time agere batokonya. So ekenegen tukiwante ko planned, we have a leader, but we now need politics to manage and to make sure that our leader maybe also in power. But it's good, it's a good point. And it shows Matiang'i comes at the right time when we are having an exit of Raila Odinga. So then we need someone to take over. And then Matiang'i is right.
Thank you so much. Mwanjo murigere tuwasagire gago amange kurenda sokora tikamba ndaika yememo asokurwa enkwana yeno yo mwerio asari tuwasangire asiri tuko riarero tochake naye tutaranyore enkwana yo mwerio kurwa sense moyo Mheshimiwa sokoro butukobwanero. So tigante banga mbuyamono sana bali mwaturiria EGEIKARO ndwe enkwana ya yo mwerio into naba Kenya twanjete amani na hende toba bantu tuwanje tiri chiko na hende kwenekianga demokrasia yangu ikirani gwere asense ya Kenya na ariko sababa rai. Let us be examples. Abarai baro from the president. You know, the president is the symbol of national unity. Nabora anyoranga tuanje ti William Ruto as a president, but you have to respect the office of the president, no matter who is there. Tobaba and Totoko conduct well, especially from Kenyans and all of us. As per the moment, Toraska Richiko Bunarire, Nanetona Kinga, Nkobuate Tori Richiko, especially from leaders. Nabandobagusi, Vero Conguagusi, Abarai. Ntuma tebu na botame ngota ba Clinton intu tuko pamoja, wananchi sisi tuko pamoja. Abara ina inuro ranga kinga kimogo chamo if embande ye toke ko soka tiyo to yebwate si to ya mache tiyo nya kubolinga embande ye ra magochigura ne kero mwaso wana ne rero yani obo mo bolito bwata na boigo. I want to think of my grandfather. So kura na radio group kwa Thomas Osege my grandmother baba Helen bandi gerete sana na ro ga baba te bambu yetori na bakwani resana igona my gayo sia aba minto bakwani bonsi no boigo mungwana geto musani to ku Brian kura chinsemo cha Nyamira ni mokwani sana igo nyasaga ndiko barenda na ende munya kuri EGEIKARO sana inotra for weekly preview. Thank you so much Sam. Asoro Mheshimiwa.
Mbiamono nainde murigereria tigato tebe ngambiamo na soko bana intwase morogobe yega twagokire Minto Clinton asogo toira ase sabari yega ntagete gukwana ringana elimo na nderinge best ya sobora ibwa Gusii bainyoringana arigetyo senator se county yetu ya Kisii 2017 iganga ya nene nega yarenge kurigereria ngakyo mu Gusii yago korerwe mberemo mwana isoko kwana mu Gusii to county ya Kisii ebinge mbigani gokorwa amagenderera mange igare ngate anete ase county yetu ya Kisii kurwa sabara ibaito abande batemire lakini kurwa soborai botaraba buya onde gote yabarai bari bamwe mwe manyete ntobwa nati gwatora marieta mwe manyete ngaki okoganirie ase county yetu ya Kisii abantu baminto bakorerwe gasi buya ekiagera inere gangene nekero twachorere twe ande ndaza gote yabarai bari bande bagokora emirimo ntete ko bapongezi enene mirimo yarakaine menge yakorikanire buya una omosike Donya Doris to moro cyo munagenda kurwanirira mangana yabangina agenda kurwanira chinsemo chinde na nenda gatokotebya nabarayi bande mbaro una babunge abaminto bakorera mirememia una nagenda guchiaria bogetutu ari rogoro kanyora ngachirami go chigendererete bogetutu ya north go muzikoro okuru kujafet is doing a good job nere tiga konye ekiagera abantu kera chikura cyo 2027 nari bakoranga gwakorera mirimo nabasike banda bange bagusii beremo baro bakorire na inu bari motarakora boka erinde motabogeti no tore na inu komo kiagera ntoro kurigitoro burayobo erinde na intobo bugatere koboko kara batebya barayi asobora ibogo cha Gusii na ende obotwa kwanera mu Gusii astuabeta tigatwebe kiamo na ende tosikane bagusii gotokwira nebigo chake abantu bande isikaiga kero banyorira agantu go bakubekana babekana bamigana ime na intwege ntokagia tokiro mu Gusiga kwa irwa gatari ora serikali tigakoba tu official kwa imo kichigo dirio kanga tutaiti mu Gusii minago ikange nya kwabere minister kwabere PS kwabere kirogete ekero mu Gusii mina ikiranga na ndata getoko konya motegerere ogotegerera woka no gokonya bia mono sana.
Thank you so much Gago Mheshimiwa Isaac Konchwanga na bwiko Sama Miyenda kurwasegeta sendi kya Getembe FM na mwancho murigera sokore chinga kichago osangana inte umurabiro bwigi karabuna bogotambe nigo ogokogokera sokore ribageri yago ryo kurigera rya gaiga tinda tokosemi tukomanye ayigaonsi yagendrete kurwase chi sector abari bonse bene kyo murabiro bwigi karongo ikiranora senjirengia tukubakira mbyamono Wilfred Matundura kurumega ye kamera avila kariri kurwase studio ya Kabere eno kumukate oyuene kirebuna nkonyora tureke nyuwa gaiga tunyokonyo macha senjo tuwa kwandege kasana abego Erika Buga oyo honyorwa ke koretanya tukoba kago ikiratugo usaba mwancho muri na ndege tukuria Jumapili EGEIKARO guchakira chinsa ibere wika chinsa inye tunyana ko batoko sanga amange hekero anyara ko baga kwene kiwase ikiga irobusito skare asenge nchase ke okiribusi SMS kyonga chinsa inye nkore na ndege togendre gusanga nchenkoro kwa Clinton Ndiki.
Getembe Television ekionga kya Gusii.